Hi, guys. Since this is the month of March's Reading Month, I thought I would read you one of my favorite stories called The House at Pooh Corner. So I will try every day to try and read you a little bit of The House at Pooh Corner. It is my favorite story. You may have heard it, you may have not. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading. And Rocky's over there, he's just going to listen. The House at Pooh Corner. One day, when Pooh Bear had nothing else to do, he thought he would do something. So he went round to Piglet's house to see what Piglet was doing. It was still snowing as he stumped over the white forest track, and he expected to find Piglet warming his toes in front of his fire. But to his surprise, he saw that the door was open, and the more he looked inside, the more Piglet wasn't there. He's out, said Pooh sadly. That's what it is. He's not in. I shall have to go a fast thinking walk by myself. Oh, bother. But first he thought that he would knock very loudly just to make quite sure. And while he waited for Piglet to not answer, he jumped up and down to keep warm, and a hum came suddenly into his head, which seemed to him a good hum, such as is hummed hopefully to others. The more it snows, tiddly-pum, the more it goes, tiddly-pum, the more it goes, tiddly-pum, and no on snowing, and nobody knows, tiddly-pum. How cold my toes, tiddly-pum, how cold my toes, tiddly-pum, are growing. This song I put in a podcast for your moms. So you guys, moms and dads and grandpas and grandmas, can go ahead and listen to Pooh sing it. So what I'll do, said Pooh, is I'll do this. I'll just go home first and see what the time is. And perhaps I'll put a muffler around my neck. And then I'll go and see Eeyore and sing it to him. He hurried back to his own house, and his mind was so busy on the way with the hum that he was getting ready for Eeyore that, when he suddenly saw Piglet sitting in his best armchair, he could only stand there rubbing his head and wondering whose house he was in. "Hello, Piglet," he said. "I thought you were out." "No," said Piglet. "It's you who were out, Pooh." "So it was," said Pooh. "I knew one of us was." He looked up at his clock, which had stopped at 5 minutes to 11 some weeks ago. "Nearly 11 o'clock," said Pooh happily. "You're just in time for a little smackerel of something." And he put his head into the cupboard. "And then we'll go out, Piglet, and sing my song to Eeyore." "Which song, Pooh?" "The one we're going to sing to Eeyore," explained Pooh. The clock was still saying 5 minutes to 11 when Pooh and Piglet set on their way half an hour later. The wind had dropped, and the snow, tired of rushing around in circles trying to catch up, now fluttered gently down until it found a place on which to rest. And sometimes the place was Pooh's nose, and sometimes it wasn't. And in a little while, Piglet was wearing a white muffler around his neck and feeling more snowy behind the ears than he had ever felt before. So, can you see them? There they are. They're taking a walk. And I think a muffler is like a scarf. "Pooh," he said at last, a little timidly, because he didn't want Pooh to think he was giving in. "I was just wondering, how would it be if we went home now and practiced your song and then sang it to Eeyore tomorrow or the next day when we happen to see him?" We're going to stop right here, and I will try and read more to you guys later. I hope you enjoy Pooh's book, The House at Pooh Corner. Thanks, guys.